What's going on, guys? My name's Adam Vox, and you're watching another webcam comparison times 3. Alright, so this has been a hell of a project to set up, and the results aren't even what I was hoping. But my goal here is to provide a comparison between the Logitech BRIO webcam, the C922, and the C920 Logitech webcams at full 1080p. So I've got them all recording within the same OBS composition. C922 is glitching out sometimes, so if I cut away from it to just the other two, that's why. I don't want you to see the flickers the whole time. Their drivers are insane, especially when you get multiple cameras going, and the C922 keeps randomly changing its settings on its own. I've even got the menu pulled up here to try to fix it, and there is no fixing what's going on with my face in this video. I don't know at this point. Like, it does not like me, I will say that. Let's crank the saturation back up. This is about the best kind of comparison you're probably going to get. I've got video of it I will show as B-roll or whatever. I've got 3 big O studio lights set up, a plain background so it doesn't have trouble focusing or have any backlight issues. I've got everything set to as manual as possible. Some auto settings are still applying to every single camera and there's nothing I can do about it. Watch the BRIO get darker. It's just getting as dark as possible because of all this white. I have everything set to manual. There's nothing that should be changing its brightness, and yet it's just kind of going on its own. But this is what each webcam looks at 1920 by 1080. The BRIO webcam, of course, gets to do 60 frames per second, whereas the other two are limited to 30. So that is an advantage. But these are what the 3 webcams look like. Color and saturation and that kind of thing will be different, but the autofocus is actually something that is worth studying here, as it has improved slightly, but it's still not so great. It's worse at 4K, but at 1080p on the BRIO, it's doing all right here. You can see the C920 starts completely losing focus and going blurry, trying to grab that autofocus back, whereas the C922 and the BRIO kind of hot out just fine. Get real close, and way back to the middle. Get real close, and way back to the middle. Get real close, and way back to the middle. Get real close, and way back to the middle. This is really cool to look at, honestly. Like, I spent like an hour getting this set up, and then the computer I was going to use for it stopped working, so hopefully this works out. But so we get some motion going so you can see if there's any difference in the 60p, 60 frames per second. Maybe not. The BRIO has been getting kind of blurry. The settings are a nightmare. Like, the whole point of this project was to get all the webcams set up on one computer and do some comparisons in a proper studio setup, because one of the complaints I get on some of my videos when they're deliberately in more practical situations, even though I do have studio lighting in my office, is that, oh, they perform better in proper lighting, so you're just crapping on these webcams for no reason. But really, most streamers aren't gonna have proper lighting. Like, you can't game under all this light and heat, and the webcams don't cooperate anyway. Like, the settings get kind of finicky. They can still look pretty good. Like, I think the webcams are looking pretty damn good right now. You can let me know what you think in the comments down below. But it's so hard to play with the settings and keep them consistent. Like, as soon as I closed the settings menu with my last video, the 4K BRIO webcam in this kind of setup, the webcam just went blue. I had it set to manual white balance, set the setting, changed the slider so that it looked more natural, and then as soon as I closed the setting window, it just went to blue. I was blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-die. I don't know. So it's not, you know, you don't get full control. I wish we had full control over these webcams, like you would a real camera. Like, I wish I could control the aperture, shutter speed, and stuff like that to fine tune it. Like, I wish Logitech would give me this option for the webcams. They do not. So this is kind of what we're stuck with. And lastly, let's have a microphone comparison. This is the Logitech BRIO 4K webcam microphone. This is a test 1, 2, 3. And I'm actually gonna pull up here a notepad program so that I can do a quick typing test. These are Cherry MX Blues with some O-rings, but keep in mind I'm in a very sound dampened environment. Logitech BRIO. All right, this is the Logitech C920 webcam microphone. This is a test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. And this is the C922 webcam. This is a test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. All right. Not really sure what else to test. If you want any other tests that don't involve this specific setup, because I'm not sure I'll ever go through this again, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, smash the like button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome tech videos. Come check out my other webcam coverage. If you haven't seen it already, I always try to do as much as possible. And I'll see you next time.